Hey guys, I have returned. This is Cholera with Diggity. It's Game 4 of Stork versus Kal. Kal up 2-1 against Stork, and as Diggity was saying at the end of the last video, I don't think we would have expected this to happen. I think I would have expected Stork to close this out 3-1 at most, or even 3-0. But you know, we're gonna move into this game here. This is Byzantium 2, that new map for MSL. It's basically like Reverse Temple. You have your main base on low ground, and you have your expansion on high ground around you. It's definitely should be an interesting map here. We'll see if Stork finally gets to, you know, takes off the gloves here and tries to mess around with Kal a little bit. By the way, Kal here in yellow at the upper right, Stork in red at the upper left. You know, because he's been playing so passively these last few games. I mean, last game he won again for that strange 2-gate. He was thinking about an expansion, I think, and then he was forced to put down a robotics facility. And anyway, he just had a wishy-washy build and, you know, didn't get aggressive. He allowed himself to get caught off guard with the DTs. So, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about Stork's playing right now?
Yeah, Stork just seems to be letting Kal play his game. Kal's being creative. He's going in. He's getting that last game. That scout was huge, letting that scout through, and it just seems like Kal's playing comfortably. He's playing the game he wants to play, whereas Stork is not. Stork is going for creative things. They're just not playing off, and Kal's just, yeah, he's winning the psychological. He's winning the mental game right now. He's winning just across the board, the build order, everything. So I don't know. Maybe he'll be able to turn it around on Byzantium. Maybe. But honestly, at this stage, if things continue the way they're going to, against all odds, I think Kal will end up winning. I guess not against all odds, so it shows you how much us commentators know. Talking Stork up this entire time, and Kal looks like he might run away with the series.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know also, this is being casted after the OSL finals, but in actuality, this was played, I believe, on October 30th. So it was before the OSL finals were played. So, you know, let's go back in time a few days. Stork has got to be practicing his ass off for the OSL finals. You know, so I wonder how much practice he's put into, or preparation he's put into in this PvP.
Yeah, and he's got to be practicing PvP just so much because of that final matchup that's coming up. Right now, checking, looks like he's going to go for, wow, a 14 Nexus. So Kal going for the big economic boost early. If this is not, and this is the first scout's going to be huge, just going to play on the dark and hope to scout. But it looks like, oh, this is unfortunate. Stork is going to get that scout, and I think this is a calculated risk on his part. He knows he's ahead. He's like, if I end up getting scouted, oh well, I can throw a game. That's not a problem. And he's going to go and he's going to see this Nexus. This is all but a loss as soon as Stork goes in and scouts this out, because Kal's got to feel his heart declining as soon as as he turns around and sees this inside the base. Cybernetic score going down, yeah, Stork can just play the standard and should be able to win this out. But that's a really interesting choice from Kal. I think that was calculated. He's like, I have a game to spare. I might as well go for a big overall economic win and hope that the scouting ends up playing in my favor. Unfortunately, it did not at this stage. And we'll see if Kal decides to go for something crazy in the meantime. First Zealot going to go directly into Kal's base, and I'm not sure that Kal's going to be able to really fight it off. That Zealot should be inside the base alongside that probe before the first Zealot for Kal's produced. So I expect Stork with all the experience to be able to just slot this out, having scouted it.
Yeah, I expect him to put down a robotics facility actually, but looks like he's gonna not put down a robotics facility. Interesting. I wonder what he's thinking right now in terms of what tech he's gonna go for. I would have expected him not to go for that goon range, just gone for the fastest robo facility and then gotten the fast reavers out. You know, the only thing Kal could have done about that is put up a couple cannons, but that, you know, it's just not doesn't really work in PvP very well early game. Stork meanwhile is gonna get that first Zealot into the Kal's base. Kal already has a Zealot to chase him, and looks like, yeah, we are gonna see a Forge actually. So Kal knows that he's gonna have to protect himself with cannons for a while. We have seen this sometimes in PvP. 14 Nexus is so rare because of how hard it is to defend against a normal build, a normal tech build. And meanwhile, Stork is getting confused here. So I mean, actually, Stork is Stork going to go for an expansion himself? Because I think that would be a pretty big mistake, given that he has this opportunity to kill Kal off, and yet it looks like he might be getting a slower expansion himself. I really don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the tech inside of his base at this stage. It looks like he's pulling off. He's going for proxy.
Oh,
He's
that's
go
what he's doing.
Wow. Wow, putting proxy gateways down inside the base, and the question is will Kal spot this? I'm surprised he didn't. I don't understand why he just didn't put it down. Maybe because of the distance, wants to make sure he can get inside those cannons. Zealot getting pushed through the mineral line there, and still alive inside Kal's back. Kal now starting to mine gas here, but just those 2 Dragoons outside as well as those 2 Zealots, and that's actually pretty clever to at least cut the distance to make sure that those cannons aren't going to stand for a long time, and it's going to be a proxy robotics facility actually, which makes a lot of sense. So 2-gate Robo probably, we'll see what he decides to do after that. Probably going to go Reaver, and I don't think Kal's really going to be able to defend it. Not both bases, not with just a single cannon, not against a player of Stork's caliber. But honestly, I said that game 1 and I said that game 2, and look, Kal's ahead, so you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Stork. Well, I don't know. This is just my speculation, but maybe Stork decided to slow it down a little bit. Just ooh, it looks like 3rd gateway going up here. So maybe Stork is gonna. I think what Stork's actually gonna do is ferry his troops into Kal's base. I think that's a possibility here. Given the location, that would make sense too. He could just ferry his goons in and then just completely overrun him, because I think that would be the fastest way of getting the job done. But no, it looks like he's going to put down the robotic support bay. He still could, of course, elevate some troops in. But anyway, I think maybe the reason why he slowed it down a little bit, he just didn't want, he wanted to force Kal to build these extra cannons and hence slow down his tech even more than had already been slowed down by the fact he won 14 Nexus. So that's why he didn't go immediately for robotics facility. But anyway, I do expect Stork to win this. He's so experienced. He scouted it first. I mean, if he doesn't win this, then he deserves to lose, in my opinion.
That's what it really comes down to. He deserves to lose if he does not, in fact, win this. What's killing to me here is that Stork's done a very poor job of denying Kal the scout. Kal seems to almost be scouting at will. He'll send a probe scout in, he'll get it across the map.
Yeah,
he'll go in and it'll just.
Bizarre.
He has not. And you've got to deny the scout at this level of play. I mean, that's what the game's about, putting down a shield battery to make sure he can absorb anything coming out of Kal's base. Observatory going down as well, just in case Dark Templar were being produced alongside.
I think they are being
even
produced,
if Dark Templar were.
by the way.
Are they being produced?
I saw Templar archives. Yeah,
I did
going
not see
down
Templar.
for Kal. Yeah, there's Templar archives in there.
So I don't know that it'll be in time, though, at least not to deal with this Reaver, and definitely not with the shuttle. Yeah, there's the Templar archives. Wow, you're right. So hopefully Stork will have that observer. He should have that observer in position. It looks like he's just going to bring that Reaver up on the ground to deal with these cannons, and there's nothing that Kal can do. He can just watch his expansion go down at this stage.
Yeah, this is this reminds me of some noob Protoss versus Protoss as I sometimes play. I mean, with like really bad players who build lots of cannons all the time because they don't know how to. But anyway, I mean, we're gonna see the Reaver slowly demolish the cannons. Like you said, there's nothing that Kal can. Oh wait, no, he just has too few goons. If he had like 3 more goons, he could try to snipe that Reaver. But Stork is because Stork doesn't have a shuttle, of course. But he's gonna use these goons that looks like he's gonna try to go up there and do some sniping. It's not gonna work though. But DTs are out now. Can he use these DTs to assassinate the Reaver? It looks like oh no, the DT goes down. I think that's the game. I think Stork's gonna win this now.
Yeah, I think Stork was going to win it as soon as he scouted that out, but he's definitely going to win it at this stage of the game. Pushing up with the Reavers, pushing up with the Dragoons can just pound those cannons down at this stage. This expansion is going to go down. Stork can take an expansion of his own. The question is how many probes is he going to get in the meantime. Even then, I think Stork can produce a shuttle and then just bring a second Reaver down from the north, and he can just hold this ramp. He's essentially got Kal boxed in. There's no way Kal can get out of his base without being spotted at this stage. And there's that second Reaver. I'm curious if we'll see a shuttle now. And just kind of split forces. Dark Templar does manage to pick that Reaver off, though. Not before, I think it took a Scarab hit, but it still was able to take it down. But still, Stork is just, he's got total map control at this stage of the game. And I just don't see Kal pulling out of this.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think Stork should have just won the moment he scouted that early. I think this was a little silly from Kal, to be honest. I mean, this is not like a map where you can get an inside expansion like Andromeda, where it could be viable. This is just a crazy 14 Nexus. I mean, even had Stork scouted it last, I think if Stork had just started off with a standard build like 2-gate goons, and then put down his robotic, I mean, he wouldn't have been. There's no way he wouldn't have been able to scout this in time to defeat it. Is my point. I just think it was suicidal. I don't like this build at all.
I think it was calculated. I mean, He knew he had a game to throw. He was like, okay, I've got a game to throw. I know I've got it. Let's try to win a quick one. Let's try to pull one against Stork, who's just so strong PvP. Now Probe's coming off the line. This is you do not want Probes in proximity with the Reaver like that. Although that Scarab not going anyplace, and there's the Probe kills. Now Cal's gonna GG. Yeah, well, I expect Cal to GG here momentarily. But it was just one of those things where he was going to try to sneak it. He's like, maybe I'll get a victory there. Needs to be careful with that Reaver. But now the Dragoon's starting to flood down, and Cal's base completely exposed. I don't think he even has any probe scouts. I'm surprised he hasn't GD already. There it is. But so it was just, let's try to sneak one, and if not, I'll go to a game 5. So I don't know. I think that was worth the risk. If Stork had scouted the opposite direction, might have been a different game, and we would be calling Cal a genius. But anyway.
Well, I'm just thinking, I don't know of any conventional builds that Stork could have done that wouldn't have defeated it. That's the thing. I mean, had he scouted 30 seconds later, he still would have had his core up. But anyway, this video is going to end, and I want to cut it off before, so stay tuned for the final match, Game 5. Thanks for watching.